Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I would like to open by saying on May 8th, on my way to work, the date May 15th flashed through my mind. Just the letters and the numbers. And then tonight when I got home, there was somebody who posted something that something was going to go down. We were going to be fighting or something tonight. Some war or whatever in the astral, probably. So I don't know if any of you got pings about May 15th. Perhaps you did. And if you did, please comment below so that we can piece together this beautiful little puzzle. With that being said, I'd like to mention that when I do these reads, I utilize the genders that are printed on the cards for ease and flow of storytelling. I in no way intend to disrespect anybody's sense of identity. Please do what you need to do with the genders to make it work with your situation. Now, I've already got 3 cards out here, and I'm going to catch you up on that, and then we will continue. We've got the Knight of Wands here. He's energetic, he's passionate, he's unpredictable. So he's impulsive and charming, wanting to use his sex appeal. In the challenge position, we've got strength. This is you, or whatever it is that's opposing him with his wand there. Challenged by subtle power, strength, compassion, and courage. In the subconscious, there's the 5 of Swords. So he's thinking about conflict, abusive relationships, thievery, getting away with something at all costs, winning at all costs. In the recent past, this one came out and it slid off the thing and went into the reverse. So that's how we'll read it. We've got the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. So we got overcommitted, lack of balance. They're overwhelmed. They took a reckless gamble and they're frustrated. Intention and expectation. The Magician reversed. A narcissist. Manipulator. They didn't plan well. Their confidence is gone. They're frustrated. In the near future, we've got the King of Wands, a natural leader, overcoming challenges. This could be the Strength card here. Mature leader, visionary. I like it when it's masculine because it's so often the feminine. So I'm grateful when we get a masculine story. It makes me happy. The lens that's being looked through. Oops, what's we got here? We got the World, a completion, a celebration of life, accomplishment, wholeness. Knight of Wands, challenged by this King of Wands strength. And this King of Wands is here having overcome the challenge and closing out this cycle with the World card. In the environment, Judgment. A new phase. Hopes and fears. Two of Wands. Reconciliation. Leaving home, making travel plans, goals have been attained. Happiness. And the outcome. The Lovers. Harmony. Partnership. The strength of two together. Deep love. Values and alignment. Alignment of values. Ooh, passion and sexuality. Queen of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Unbiased judgment, justice, independent, clear boundaries, clear-minded, perceptive, stable. An inheritance. Financial security. Oh, wow. What the heck? How do you turn that off? That was weird. Gotta keep the light on. I just don't know, man. It was on. I have no idea why it was on. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Neglected. So this Knight of Wands is neglectful. He neglected to give somebody what they needed, or he's just neglectful. He's challenged by the strength, and I do believe it's the strength of this King of Wands. So a Knight of Wands is coming up against a King of Wands, and he's challenged by this King of Wands' strength during this conflict. We've got, so they're challenged by this strength. They're in regret, and it's too late to take any action. So they were neglectful in their relationships. They were about abusive relationships. And they're in regret because, okay, you could be too strong. I don't know. We're still have to get clarification about who exactly we're talking about, who's strong. So you got Five of Swords here. Bully. He's a bully. He's in regret. He neglected you. His values were all about money. He was abusive in his relationships. He's overcommitted himself. He was expecting to come into some money, but you were too strong. And they took a gamble, a reckless gamble. They overcommitted. They don't know what to do. They don't have any balance. They're overwhelmed. We've got indecision in the reverse, or indecisive in the reverse, and it says, I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So with indecisive in the reverse, it's like they know what they want to do. They took action. Yeah, they knew what they wanted to do. They made a decision. They took action with a magician reversed. They were expecting to manipulate somebody. This narcissist. They took action against a king of wands. We've got mistakes in the reverse, so there were no mistakes. According to this narcissist, there were no mistakes. This king of wands doesn't have any bad habits. And he completed this cycle. He closed out this cycle. Celebration of life. Oh. He's got somebody on his mind. Judgment is here. A reckoning. A redemption. And a new phase. And a new phase. And a new phase. So unexpected outcome came out in the reverse. It could be that this king of wands knew, or whoever's calling judgment knew that this was going to happen, that these people were going to miss their opportunity. It could be that they were warned that if they went down this path that they were going to miss the boat, and they didn't believe. They missed their opportunity. Somebody knew it was going to happen, and they didn't believe. They didn't warning. There's a hope for reconciliation. But there's detachment. Whoever this is under judgment, this Knight of Wands magician, competitor, they missed their opportunity. They're getting detached, and the lovers are here. So it looks like this King of Wands, it's like they duked it out. And this King of Wands won, and he's got somebody on his mind, and he's going for it. Got the lovers out there. Ooh, reciprocity. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Reciprocity. And they're running. They're running. They want to run. They were dishonest. They're unsatisfied with the way this turned out. They don't have any energy. And this King of Wands wants somebody to be part of their future. It's weird when you got a little piece of skin and it's like... Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Community. There's a whole community of people here in the energy of Knight of Wands. There's a Knight of Wands and a whole community of people here who neglected you. It could be, or who came against you. It could be a community neglected this King of Wands, or they neglected whoever this King of Wands is duking it out for. Whoever this King of Wands has in his mind, this irreplaceable person, this lover. This community of people neglected that person. And this Knight of Wands was coming in to try to cause conflict with who? This King of Wands. Silly boy. So they're all there in regret because it's too late to take any action. And they're challenged by this strength. By the strength of who? The strength of this King of Wands, or the strength of whoever this King of Wands finds irreplaceable. They both think they're irreplaceable, but one thinks that this other person is irreplaceable because of money, and this King of Wands thinks that they're irreplaceable because the way they love can never be matched. Privileged lady. This community is challenged by this, that they are challenged because they neglected to give this privileged lady what she needed, and she just got stronger. She just became stronger. And they're challenged because they couldn't take her out. Isn't that sad? Freaking masculine tried to take out a privileged lady and found out that she was too strong. Oh, now I'm in regret. Please be my friend. Their values were all about money. They were fighting her for her fortune, for her money, for her value. They wanted to knock her down to size and take her happiness and all her joy and whatever else she had going on. You've got the main male here. So we know this community, their values were all about money. They were about abusive relationships. They neglected to give this privileged lady what she needed, whoever she is to them. Apparently maybe their family or something. Or maybe she's just a target. You got a main male here. Main male, that could be this Knight of Wands is thinking about this main male who could very well be this King of Wands. He's like, ooh, he behaved a little reckless. He gambled. He took a gamble and he got overwhelmed. Ooh, we got the main female here too in the recent past. She's the privileged lady. This Knight of Wands took a manipulative, narcissistic, dark magician, upside down magician tactic against this main female privileged lady. He didn't even make any mistakes, or maybe the main female didn't make any mistakes. We'll just separate that right there, okay? But what they did was they overcommitted. She was too damn strong. This Knight of Wands thought he would have no problem taking out this privileged lady. She's a sweet old lady. I'll just take her out. She frustrated them. And they're in despair. This narcissist is in despair. Got a King of Wands here who overcame this challenge. He's a visionary. He's a natural leader. He's mature. And he sees the big picture. He's macro. And he has no bad habits. And he's fire. And he's not a thief. He doesn't have any habits, and he's not a thief. He has completed this cycle. And he finds this privileged lady, main female, irreplaceable. He is the main male. Call in judgment. Pathway. He wants to be on the pathway with the privileged lady. He's calling judgment on this community. And he may have known this is going to work out like this the whole time. He may have known the whole time that they were going to miss their opportunity. They may have even been warned. Oh, they're thinking about this female. They won't leave her alone. They won't stop thinking about her. They clinging in this judgment that they're undergoing. It could be that it was completely expected that he would try to tamper with the thoughts of her in the environment. But they missed their opportunity. They're under judgment. Coaching. So they were this person who's messing with the thought body. Had hopes of reconciliation, but they're being detached. They're being let go. Yeah. They're being let go. They have expectations of being detached. There's plans being made, and there's expectations that they will be detached. Because main male and main female are coming together as in this love union. A deep love, passionate love, strength of two together, harmonious and reciprocal. Equal give and take, and they don't do shady stuff in a family room. Where's my book? Everybody wants to know about that family room. Hold up, everybody. Let us get some details. Family room, number 21. It's a room, and it stands for all private or enclosed spaces such as living rooms, hotels, offices with doors, etc. Like apartments and such. Alrighty then. Well, that's a little more clarity. It represents privacy and intimacy. Personal space. So this card describes everything that is very close, whether temporal or spatial. So, there's not going to be any personal space. Whatever's been going on in the family room, you know, these meetings, these rituals, these things, they're not happening in this new cycle with these lovers. what they're reciprocal with isn't what was. Okay, it's not what was. I'm gonna leave this out here because just in case, just in case. I didn't know it could represent an apartment. Maybe this means you're not going to live in an apartment. Maybe this means you're going to have something more spatial. Ooh, lovers again. Lover. Sudden wealth and distant horizons. We got lovers, sudden wealth, and distant horizons. And if you look closely, that's a sky ship. Take it as it resonates. There's a change. These false people are going to be in poverty. They're in despair. I'm just going to use these ones. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Tell me that's on. Thank you. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Envy. Envy. A whole community of envious people coming against this privileged lady. They made sure that she was neglected. They abused her, siphoned out the wealth from her. I don't know how they're connected. Maybe they're a family. Sure, they're charming. They're no friends. They're not friends. Their values were all about money. They are in regret because it's too late to take any action. They can't take any further action against this privileged lady, and she was too strong. They couldn't take her out. They couldn't unalive her. They couldn't knock her off her path. And we've got indecision in the reverse. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. It could mean that they're not connected to their intuition, and it could also mean that this privileged lady was too strong and she knows exactly what she's doing about this. Maybe she's doing something about this. She's with this main male, main female. Oh, ooh, fire, fire, fire. Worry. Their values were all about money. They were very abusive. Bullies. They overcommitted. They thought they had this privileged lady right where they wanted her. This narcissist. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were reckless. And took a gamble, and they were out of balance. They didn't have any balance. They were overwhelmed. They overcommitted. They tried to manipulate this main female, and they're in despair. They couldn't do it. She hasn't made any mistakes. Like they were trying to what I don't know what they were trying to make her do. This community of people trying to make her make some kind of a mistake, but she didn't make any mistakes. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So she's special. She's got special gifts, and they wanted to take them out of her, and they failed. They're in despair. Denied. They've been denied. We've got a King of Wands here. A visionary, a leader. He overcame this challenge. It could very well be that he stepped right in, stepped right up, and he said, "Hey there, what's happening, buddy?" He doesn't have any habits, and he's not a thief. And this, because he doesn't have any habits and he's not a thief, is knocking this magician reversed out of balance. They're completely out of balance. The King of Wands overcame this challenge. And so did this privileged lady, main female. She's too strong. The cycle is closed. King of Wands sees this privileged lady as irreplaceable. They're on their path together. Oops, we got a card. Honesty. Uh-oh. Sorry, got some water on my... Honesty, an honest pathway, irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Celebration of life. Judgment is being called on this community. He could be remembering, like this privileged lady may have told this person what was going to happen if they did this. And he could be remembering. She told him what was going to happen. This isn't an unexpected outcome. She warned him. And he did it anyway. And now he's remembering that because he's under judgment and he missed his opportunity. She probably warned him that this is the way it was going to turn out, and he didn't believe her. This came out sideways. And it says, surrender, I can release my need to control. They're struggling to let go. They're still hoping for reconciliation, but they're expecting detachment and loneliness. Courage. Maybe he's thinking about your courage. And he's being detached from it. He can't siphon your courage. He can't live off your courage. He can't tap in. You're moving into a union that is reciprocal, and it's the strength of two together. It's committed. Equal give and take. So, you may have been accustomed to pouring into other people's cups, like, so many cups you've been pouring into. And everybody, the only thing they've been pouring into you is a big old pile of poop. and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you freaking transmuted all that. Fear. They're in fear. What this family room could mean, whatever they did in the family room may have backfired. They may have done something in a family room and it may have backfired. Or they're going to. Hopefully they see this and don't. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. There's a purpose to all this. There's a purpose. You may not know what it is, but there is a purpose behind all of this adversity. The message I got. The people must be tested. And I really do think that maybe this is a school, maybe this is a training grounds, maybe this is where the other families from different star groups maybe incarnate and get tested by this individual or group, community hive, whatever you want to call it, that severely challenges the resonance of divine beings. And it could be that there was an agreement and there was also a betrayal of that agreement. A severing of ties, miscommunications, and lies. But there was something miraculous happened, and communication was restored, and the truth was revealed. Perhaps. And maybe that's why, when people say, if God is real, then why does all this bad stuff happen? I think that maybe that was because there was damaged communications, perhaps, and lies being transmitted. And there is a cycle where the planetary alignments, they come around every few thousands of years or whatever, and they check up. The old dominion checks up to help the world keep its promises, right? And then they discovered all this hogwash going on, and it was like, whoa, gee, many crickets. And then the message, the people must be tested. The people need to be tested. And it's so funny to me because when I was a child, like my mother tried desperately to get me to become a thief. She tried to train me from a young age to be a thief. I hated it. I sat down in the aisle at Fred Meyer and I started crying. And I just started telling her very loudly that I didn't want to steal. She's like, shh. She never asked me to steal after that. Adventure. Adventure. So there's also the word adventure on this Knight of Cups card. So he is pulling forward with this whole community seeking adventure. passion, reaching the top of the hill. And the only way that they could do that was by they targeted this privileged lady. They thought they were gonna somehow get rich off her by abusing her. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. And we got death. There's no indecision. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were trying to cause a death and they couldn't. She was too strong. They're worried. The main male's here. Calling judgment. Blind. Promotion, delight. We've got a gift. Main male. Gift. It could be these ones, their values were all about money. They attacked this privileged lady because she has a gift, or she is a gift. She has these beautiful gifts of the soul that benefit herself and others. She is a gift. They were trying to somehow extract the gifts of her soul. Blind. Apology. We got indecision in the reverse twice. They were not hesitant at all. And now they're trying to apologize as though they didn't mean it. They're being denied. They're in despair. She's not going to make the mistake of letting them back in her life. They tried to extract the gifts of her soul for their own selfish, monetary, materialistic benefits. They're all out of balance. They're out of balance. Their pride is hurt. They're in despair. This King of Wands is no thief. He doesn't have any bad habits. Robbery. Yeah, this manipulator, this magician reverse, narcissist, they're out of balance. They were trying to rob this privileged lady of her essence, her soul essence. King of Wands is here though. Closing out this cycle with this main female. They're here on this pathway. They're honest. He feels she's irreplaceable. And this community is in a nightmare. They don't want to surrender. They don't want to let go. They're all up in their thoughts. She could have warned them that this was going to happen, that they would miss their opportunity, and they have. They're under judgment. There's a new phase. There's a reckoning here. They're being detached. Justice for family. Justice for this family. Justice for this family. Justice for this bond. Main female, main female. I mean, main female, main male. They're being detached. Whoever this community is, they're in fright because they're being detached from this privileged lady. They're acting all crazy during an investigation. They're getting a little nutty. Bully. Gossip. Embarrassed. They're embarrassed. They need to have courage. They're embarrassed. They bullied this person hard and they couldn't unalive her and suck out the gifts of her soul. They're in fear because they did something in a family room and it backfired, and they're in fear. They're getting cut off. Bribery. They were tempted. They were tempted. They were tested and they were tempted. They were coached on how to go about doing this, and to people who were calm, how to set traps for people who were calm and steal their gain. They were coached on how to do it. And it was a fantasy. They're going through an awakening right now. Their prayers may be rejected. Their prayers might be being rejected. They were trying to dominate you and steal your blessing, but it was just a daydream. It was a daydream. A freaking illusion, and now their curses, man, they're cursed. They're suffering a misfortune, a catastrophe. They're in danger. And they're confused and overloaded by the rituals that they did on a sweetheart who persevered. They're protesting this. They're in conflict with each other. Because you were saved and you're coming into your reward. And a new job. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Falseness in the reverse. They were coming after the adventure, after the passion, after the perks of this privileged lady who was not a false person. True blue, honest she is, And they were coming after her mountaintop, her pinnacle. They're in regret. It's too late to take any action. They knew exactly what they were doing when they were trying to cause a death for this privileged lady. She was too strong. And they may be challenged because it's coming back to them. Everything they did, because it failed, it has to go somewhere. These pleasure seekers came up against a sweetheart and tried to unalive her and suck the gifts of the soul from out of her essence. But she was too strong. And they're facing a death. Main male is here. And this community is worried. Their values were all about money. They were very abusive. And this privileged lady may have been blind. Like, she may not even have known what was going on. I mean, she may have at some point in the past, like this could have been like a previous lifetime, you know, where these community, whoever they are, you know, she could have warned them that if they did whatever they did to her, martyring her or whatever, she could have warned them that it was going to be like this. And it's like a totally expected outcome. Or maybe she didn't. But I think she probably did. And they were trying to take her out again because it's cycle after cycle after cycle of the same bull crap, right? Generation after generation, and you wonder why you have such a shitty time the whole last time, right? And it's because of these guys. They're going through a misfortune right now. They're worried. Everything's coming apart. Everything's coming apart. This main male is here with the gift, meaning he's here with this privileged lady, main female. This community is trying to apologize. They overcommitted. They were not able to suck the gifts out of this privileged lady, main female. They're apologizing, but they're being denied. They were not indecisive. They knew exactly what they were doing when they went in this magician reversed energy trying to manipulate this main female. Thought in the reverse. So they can't tap into her thoughts. There's something going on with their thoughts. They're in sorrow. They got to go see the doctor. And we got sighs in the reverse. This could mean that it's not just a... This could mean it's like... I mean, I don't know. Or it could just mean that this main female isn't in a particularly bad frame of mind. Take it as it resonates. But they're in despair. They're being denied. They're not accepting forgiveness. I mean, they're not being forgiven. Nobody's accepting their apology. There's a big denial here. It's like, and their pride is hurt. They're a robber. They're an out of balance robber thief. This King of Wands, who doesn't have any habits, he's not a thief, and maybe he just took this thief out. Like, he overcame the challenge. Whatever challenge this community of thieves was presenting, this King of Wands has overcome that challenge. We've got Messenger in the reverse. Somebody's not accepting messages from these people. They're not accepting communication. These robbers. Somebody's not accepting communication. Somebody's not communicating. The world has turned. Completion of a cycle. You're irreplaceable. Privileged lady. This main male really likes you. He thinks you're honest. It could be, yeah, you're going on a journey. There's a journey here. Or it could be that this magician reversed is in a nightmare and gonna make a journey like the indigenous into the spirit realm journey. We've got judgment and justice here for this family or for this privileged lady and this main male, this main female, main male. So there's justice for this family. And it's an expected outcome. There's a backstory to this. This is recycling and recycling, reincarnation, and all this stuff. This is abuse over and over and over again. And it didn't work this time. Circumstances shifted. Malady, they're sick. They're getting detached. They're a bully. Or maybe they're being bullied and they have to have courage. Waiting. You're waiting. You could be waiting, or they're waiting. They're waiting. They're expecting to get detached. They're embarrassed. They want reconciliation. They're sick. They're embarrassed. They're thinking about this privileged lady. But justice and judgment are being called and delivered for this main female, main male. These lovers coming into a reciprocal union. Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, this person was tempted and they didn't get the fortune. They're in fear. They did something in a family room. It could have backfired. Some form of a service, maybe. They have a lover that's doing some kind of a service, a widower. Huh. $58 minutes. I don't know, guys. My mind just goes. I can't. It's like it's hard for me to go. Like on an individual, because for me this is like the collective read, and this is like macro, like over cycles and cycles and cycles, and this is where my mind is going, and this particular cycle went a little differently. Take it as it resonates, everybody. It'll sit with us all a little bit different. See you on the next one.